Alrighty, welcome to Blueline tutorials. Today, or in this video, this episode, this tutorial will show you how in this God engine, G-O-D-D, games of diabolical destruction, how OSOUND works. OSOUND, OSOUND on, OSOUND off. Ready? How do you turn on sound or music? How do you turn it off in this particular gaming engine? Here we go. All right, I have it sort of set up already a little bit, not too much, but just a little bit. Let's go to the editor and show you what I mean. All right, so here we go. We have a player. That's me, or my point of view, or your point of view. If it's your orb, it's a point of view, which we call player. Oh, player. Good. Over here, we have OSOUND off. Over here, we have OSOUND on. And out here, we have OSOUND. Good? Those are your three effects that you're going to be using to both have music, turn it on, and turn it off. Or sound. Just call it sound, because it could be a sound effect that you are using. Ready? Here we go. You'll notice I'm going to place here on OSOUND on, I'm going to give it a texture. In other words, I'm going to put an object here, and I prefer to use barrels so we can run into something and turn it on. I'll show you that you don't have to do that. So just to show you what I'm going to close. I'm going to abort. All right, and I'm going to tell you what I'm doing here. So I'm going to use the left click, and I'm going to go here in a texture, and you see it turns white when I left click. I'm going to right click, and it opens up the menu. And I'm going to select a barrel. Let's use barrel 3. All right? Warning, this menu doesn't always work. So it's a good practice, or as they say in some circles, a best practice to look in your objects, choose the ones you want, write them down, and type them in by hand. You can avoid that and risk it and just simply go into the texture menu, hit MD2, which is your models, and then choose a barrel. We'll choose barrel 3 for no good. See, look, it doesn't even, you can't even see what it is. Can we see barrel 12? Well, we'll use barrel 12. All right? Okay. So now OSOUND on has a locator, which is just a simple barrel. Good? Let's go over here. This has barrel 13. Let's change that barrel. Again, left click, right click, and let's choose barrel 819. Okay, good. So we'll close the editor. We'll come back in a moment. So all I've done is put a texture or an object, a 3D object, so that I see where this trigger, this place is where I can turn on the music, and the other place where I can turn it off are represented by barrels. Good? I am going to Alt-S to save and hit Enter, Alt-L to load and hit Enter, and Alt-E to close the editor and hit Enter. Good. We have a barrel and we have a barrel. Let's run into it. I'm going to go over here. And we turn it off. There's 2/3 of what I want to show you today. On, off. Let's review and go to the third part, which is very important. Okay, I'm going to open up my editor again. Let's back up a little bit here. And I'm going to open up the editor, Alt-E. Now, barrel 12, barrel 19. Whoops. Oh, this doesn't have an ID on ID name. It's a good practice. B-A-R-L on. We'll call that. Caps. Always the caps in the ID. The name ID, the ID name, always use caps. Always, always, always use caps. Hit Enter. Good. Barrel on. Just a good practice. Don't necessarily need it, but it's a good practice. Name your objects. Good. Out here in the void, outside the parameters of the play space, is OSOUND. See up here? OSOUND. Out there in the void is the O sound. We're going to go to the auxiliary, and I'm going to left click, and we'll see that in sound 1, in the slot near sound 1 or across from sound 1, is FSENO2, which is the file name of the song or composition or sound that will be played. Good? FSENO2 just happens to be the name of the file that I want turned on. Good. Quit OK. Now, ID name, super important here. This particular O sound is named noise. All caps, noise, right? Now, let's go to the auxiliaries of these two off and on switches represented by barrels. Good. It's highlighted here, right? There we go. It's white. Barrel on inside the auxiliary. Nope, that's light. Sorry. Inside the auxiliary. In the slot or area across from name E is noise. The name, the ID name of that O sound left out in the void. Quit OK. Good. O sound on. OSNDON. O sound on. Represented by a barrel. In the auxiliary. Noise. Next to name E. Quit OK. You can guess, maybe you have already guessed, that here in this auxiliary, left click, noise. O sound off. O sound off. Quit OK. Good. That's it. There's more, but this is fine. This is plenty for what you're going to be making in your early adventures in this particular gaming engine. Good. O sound on, O sound off. Ready? I'm going to Alt S to save it, enter, Alt L to load it, enter, and Alt E to close the editor, enter. One more time. On. Off. Good? Have fun. See you next time.